Good evening, everybody. Did you jump? Thanks for coming. It's our first meeting of the season. It's feeling back, that's all. I'll turn it down. Hang on. There we go. That better? That better? Yeah? Okay. Working at a place did pay off. We got any apologies? Oh, Sophie, she's taking the dog for a walk and followed some nettles, so she's not coming. To do it, eh? Never mind. Oh, Dave Thull is not here, he's away, isn't he?
He's away, yeah.
He's away. Anybody, any more apologies anywhere? No? Okay. I see nobody's wearing the away shirt tonight, I thought we'd had a few of them. No?
Got yours?
I have, yeah, got it. Got down 2 sizes, even in Puma, which is good. Welcome along, thanks for coming. We normally go through our previous minutes at this bit, but we haven't got none. And the reason why, because our last meeting, we went through the previous minutes, the one before, and it was with Darren Moore, and we kind of got straight on with it, gave a few updates, and went straight on at the end of the season. We've got no minutes, so there's nothing to sign off, but we'll sign these ones off at the next meeting. Secretary report. Anything?
Nope.
No secretary report. We might have one at the next meeting. From me, got a couple of things. One is the new website is now live, so it's up and running. Does it work? Nearly all of it does. In parts it works. 7th of September is when you'll be able to sign up as a member on there. Is that right? Yeah? Few teething issues. I'm 55 and I'm not very tech savvy. Dicko isn't tech savvy. There's only about 2 of us who are, isn't there? So we've got it up. It's portvallesupporters.co.uk. There'll be new email addresses on there for the committee and how you get involved. The payment for memberships, which is part of our rules as a trust, to become a trust, we have to do that. £5 for a year, for a season, for adults, £2 for kids. That will start from the 7th of September. Just want to say, we got a lot of emails, a lot of contact from people at the weekend about issues on the game on Saturday, which we sent it to the club, and I know the club will come back to me, and I know Matt's going to give us, he's not going to do a Q&A with you tonight, because Carnival's here, which is fantastic, but he's going to come and give you an update of where the club are with some of those complaints that came in, some of those issues, and hopefully he'll put some things into place moving forward. Also, we've got lots of things going on in the background. How we're going to make it a little bit more better as a supporters club moving forward. So we are going to, once we sign the minutes off, we'll upload them onto the website. They will go on, and we'll try and update that website as much as possible. We're going to get people in the committee have certain tasks. So if you know an organisation who does a lot for Vale and you want to put their links on there, let us know. We'll stick links on there. We'll put it onto the podcast. We're going to put a link onto the Port Vale Nostalgia, I think it is. That's there. We'll put stuff onto the foundation. We'll also put things on there for initiatives the club's doing as well. And hopefully we'll be able to promote things moving forward. I've been asked to put a presentation up on the screen tonight, but I can't get this to work with the screen, so we'll put this up on the Vale website, our website, once we're up and running. The foundation are running a trip to Kenya in 2025. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 4 key areas of benefits to the Port Vale in Kenya trip are 1, the Port Vale Foundation, 2, the volunteers, 3, the Kenyan children, 4, the Kenyan schools and community dates. The departure date is October 2025 for 8 nights. Cost is £2,270, broken down into instalments and the aim is that those who go fundraise for their places to go. So they've worked with African Events since 2022 in planning and delivering trips to Kenya. In 23, Port Vale the foundation took 7 volunteers to Kenya. 25, Port Vale Foundation are delivering a school trip and taking 45 volunteers. So it's going to be a real big opportunity, once in a lifetime for people who want to go. So if you want to know more about that, I can't put it on the screen, and I'm reading it from here. So let us know. We'll put you in touch with Georgia, and we'll put you in touch with the foundation. We'll also promote it for them. So it's a real good thing, and it just shows that not just about football, but it's also about all the other things that go on as well. That's pretty much it from me. Last year was a bit of a one we'll close the book on. This year we seem to have started really well, and winning away from home isn't for everybody, but I think we've got off a good start, and it was nice on Tuesday watching that. I thought it was a real good game again, and I think we have got some really exciting players, and I think we could have a really good season with a touching one. So let's get behind them, and for those who are going to Barrow on Saturday, I hope you have a great day, and I hope we get 3 points and come back. Still, no goals conceded, and another 3 points. So that's my update. Sure now. Right.
And just from the Treasury point of view, not much to tell you other than the statue fund is now at just over 97,000, so we're almost there. There are some extra costs as well, so we'll be talking about that later, about how we plan to fundraise for those. Okay?
That was quick. So basically, the statue update for you. I can tell you that we have paid for the statue. The statue has been paid for. The sculptor has, he's made it in clay. He's put it into resin, and he's finished that. He's happy with that. It's now been, they blasted the resin with sand, ready to be casted. I know it's being casted next week. I thought it was this week, but it's not. It's next week. So it's all really looking positive. Yes, there are some extra costs that we didn't know we were going to get. We didn't realise that everything was going to go up by 15%. Basically, we were at a point where the cost of the statue we estimated was 100,000, and we are at 97,000. We've got the base been donated. That's been donated by Ledge Builders. They're going to build the base for us. But the area around it, the flooring and the walls around the statue, that isn't included. So that's the cost that we've got. We have got some ideas on how we get that. So we're on about doing names on the wall behind the statue, with some tiles from
Local artist Philip Hardacre.
Local artist Philip Hardacre. So we're on about doing that. Won't be like they did with the Sprosen statue, where there's white marble tiles that some are broken and some didn't get put on. That nothing to do with us, by the way, we're there. But which we're going to do with these tiles, so hopefully we'll get these tiles. There are different size ones, aren't there?
Yeah,
3 different sizes, and you'll be able to put your name on the small ones, be able to put a bit of a message on the bigger ones, and you'll be able to write a bit of an essay on the big ones, right?
well, not exactly an essay.
Not an essay, but a bit more as you go up. They're really nice. We aim to make a little bit on each tile to help us with the cost of the wall. In answer to questions, when is the statue going up? It will be unveiled on the 21st of October. It will be unveiled on the 21st of October, and it will be, we're orchestrating the day right now as we speak. It will be at Vale. It is a Monday. The reason why it's a Monday, it's not because we're going to be doing it for anybody special, it's because it's John's birthday, So that is his 80th birthday, and that was the plan. As you can imagine, we've got anybody can come to the opening outside. Anybody can come along. I got asked last week, is this just for corporate and box holders and people like that? No, it's not. Anybody can come to the event outside. We will have we're on the stage, we're having a PA system outside. We're going to try and open this. Obviously the logistics of here, because they run things in here the day. We've taken the club over. We are talking with Matt and the team in the club on how we do it, but the guests that are coming, that are going to go into the club, are basically, John has written a guest list of all his family, all the people who's worked with football, all the people that have volunteered lots of time and done lots of things. So they will go in there, there'll be an unveiling, and obviously after the unveiling, there will be, teas and coffees in here, or if you want to buy pints or whatever, and then we're going to see what we can do about the inside the club, whether we can get the Vale suite, because you know what's going to happen, don't you? We're going to open up there, everyone's going to be stood outside, and knowing my luck, it's going to start. But we'll overcome that. It's going to be a great day. There'll be a programme, and also we're going to talk to the club as well. For those people who can't come on Monday, we're going to try and do something on the Saturday when we're at home, on the Saturday after that, and also to start the kids' holidays as well. So that'll be nice. We're going to try and make it over those few weeks a celebration, not just about that night, but about celebrating Burslem, celebrating Stoke-on-Trent because it's our 100th anniversary as a city, also celebrating the fact that we managed to do this in 3 years, which I think is absolutely unbelievable. It's unprecedented the time span and what we've done is unbelievable, really, and it shows that the fans, the supporters, those people who donated time, money, it's incredible that we've done that. So it shows what a fantastic club we are. We had a lot of help from Reading fans as well, who gave us well over £10,000, which I think is great. And hopefully their takeover is happening as we speak, which is nice, and they can get their club back and move forward. And the other thing about the statue is we have got this raffle to win the maquette. Now the only two people who are not allowed to take part, you, aren't you? But you can win this maquette, and it's a £5 ticket. It's on to capital.co.uk. Please, if you can, have a go, because the money we get from that will help us towards these extra costs that we've got. And the cost of living, obviously, from when we started to now, a block of butter's gone to at least £6 if you buy a big one. So, depending on what butter you are, by the way. But no, it has. We've really kept that. To be fair to the sculptor, he has kept his prices as what he said. So he's done lots for us as well, hasn't he? So he's done these maquettes for us. There's only 10 of them. There are a couple of artist copies that we've got, but there's only 10 of them. They're worth £5,000. They're bronze. They will only go up in value because in 10, 20 years from now, there'll be even more. He's a very talented man. We've actually seen the clay, what the statue looked like. What do you think of it?
It's amazing. The detail on it, you just wouldn't believe. Absolutely stunning.
So, it'll be really, really nice. The reason why we picked that was that John found me the picture. It was from the picture, it's not about cricket, by the way, when people say that, it does my head in. It was about when he was pointing on the pitch to get the players to go forward against, I can't remember who it was against, I did see it, but I can't remember, but the likeness of him is unbelievable, and it's going to stand 9 foot, is it?
The statue's 8 foot and the plinth is 8 foot.
So 16 foot high it's going to be. It's massive.
Even bigger than me.
Is it? So this guy was stood on. Phil stood on step ladders outside here, turning round on which way it's going to go. So we haven't picked the way it's going to go. The family have picked the way it's going to go. John didn't want his arse pointing towards Amwell End. That's what that was what he said. So the family have picked the way he's pointing. I think it's going to look pretty decent when it's up. And we're really pleased with it, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
We've even got laces on his shoes. Not that he doesn't have laces on his shoes, but we've got laces on his shoes.
Pretty big that you'll see him though.
Yeah, you have to be big to see him. The only thing that we haven't done is his nice boss coat that they had to model. It's got a bit of clay on it, so I'll have to get that clean for him. But no, it's amazing, and obviously there's lots of things we want to do. We've kept a diary of everything we've done, so we're going to see if Playbody Theatre want to do a screenplay on the John's story on how he become a statue, and we want it to be like a big celebration of Burslem. So hopefully that'll happen. October, get the day off work, come down, and hopefully it'll be a really good day. And I know the club really looked after us, the hiring the club. I'm going to be begging for a bit more help, Ultimate. I know. So keep that in your diary. It'll be really nice. And I can also tell you, is this on now? When we went to see it, we went up before John and his family got there. And when John and his family got there, they were unbelievably blown away, weren't they? So they were blown away. And one of these maquettes, the sculptor's made one and given it to John, so he's got his own, and he presented him with that on the day. So it's a nice present for his 80th birthday. We are just about to, now we've got the planning, we're just about to start sending out the guest list to the people that John has picked most of them. So that will be the indoor and outdoors. So in answer to the questions on Twitter, on Facebook, is it just for people in boxes? No. Can anybody come? Yes. It's for everybody. It'll be there for everybody in Burslem for generations to come. It does belong to the supporters club, but it is on permanent loan for as long as the club wants it here from us. So that's the statute. Before we get Matt up to give you his update, has anybody got anything you want to ask? Any other business, anything? Joe?
Thanks for that update. Can I just say, we talked about how we can make the actual events, it's obviously going to be for Burslem, but how we could perhaps involve more people in Burslem who are not currently supporters of the club. And I just looked back to when we got all the funding for Burslem Park, and how we proceeded up from Stonbanks to the park when we got the renovation, as the Stonbank Park was first built. And with Matt in the room, I can't see Matt, but wherever you are, I'm just wondering if the things we've talked about, Mark, if there's any progress on making sure that people involved, perhaps all people on new Dalston estates, new residents in Burslem, people who wouldn't ordinarily be part of this club, but could be as we go to this statue event.
Yeah, I can answer that. So I know Matt's going to give you an update on something we've been really working on in the background. But one thing we are going to do is we are going to be talking to Jane and the City Council to try and get some kind of heritage here, because obviously there's a lot of heritage in Burslem. You know, we've got Josiah Wedgwood, we've got Robbie, we've got Lemmy, we've got John Dutch, and basically I think that we could make this kind of a real big heritage for the area, and we are going to talk to the city about their 100th year, what we can do as a supporters club and a club, and also Matt will tell you about what we've been talking about to make Burslem more involved with the football club, and also to get them involved not just for the statue but on a long-term strategic basis to help the town as well, because I think the town will need some help, and I think a lot of help needs to come into the area. We've been a forgotten town and a forgotten city for decades, and it's time to kind of put that right and try and get some investment, try and get some local businesses and local people involved, and invite people down, different communities, different people, to try and make it a better place, and also to tell the story of the club, the history, and everything this place stands for. Do you know what I mean? 3 times administration, 3 times the fans have actually dug deep and sorted it. I know we didn't buy it, but I remember when we were paying for pizzas for players, and and I remember the people walking around Burslem like Tony Bolt raising money with a bucket and for the Sproser statue. So yes, we will do that. We will push that forward, and I know Matt will give you an update on that shortly. Anything else anywhere? Yeah.
When you website stuff, Mark, are you going to do any away support guys? Because obviously no match day program now, is there? I think the travel guys for away day.
Yes, that's something we're thinking of doing. We have spoken to the club about doing an interactive one where what we do is we record a video from the supporters and show away fans the areas they can go around here, the local pubs, the local places where they can go and see things. We're not doing that. Yes, we will look at trying to put away guides on, and we'll try and work with the club on that as well, so we can work that together, and hopefully we'll do that. But that's.
I was just talking to that. We need to also make sure, so it should go in the match preview. Yeah, we've got the programme, but it should go in the match preview from now on when we receive them from the away team. So any information that we get. Then anyone that's going, anyone that's going to the game, we can send you that information that we get from the other clubs. But with that, the caveat is it is when we get it from the other clubs, because we're relying on the support liaison officer from the away club to send us that information. But if we get it, but some are more proactive than others, then we'll make sure now that can be part of the comments.
I'll add something just further to that as well. So we can only promote pubs. Making pubs and everything else that gets sent to us by the away club. Now there may be other clubs that accept away supporters that is a kind of like you've been there before, but we can only tell you to drink in the pubs that the away club tells us that you can drink in. So if there is a couple that you've seen that you've been to before, that's not on us. That tends to be the report that we get, which is why there's always differing when the supporters were putting out as well, or whenever other supporters put out, it could be different. We can get different.
Yeah, we can get information from the FSA, so we can put it in an email, and we can ask the clubs we're playing on where they recommend, etc., and also where you can get card tickets and things like that. So Salford High Street, that's a no-go. But there we go, not to worry. Anything else anywhere? No? No? So he's not going to do a Q&A, so Matt's going to come up and he's going to give us his update. Then Conor will come up and we'll do a Q&A with Conor. And then we'll aim to finish at 9 o'clock. As always, bang the button.
Yeah, evening everybody. I think I've probably given a few people in the room already this update, but felt it was important. Obviously, long summer, hopefully a productive summer, and I think the first thing I will say is that last season, from my experience, at times it was difficult to connect the players with the team. And an example straight away, and many of you would already have seen it, Conor in the room, injured on Tuesday night. He's 50-50 for Saturday, which is obviously good news. But he's here without even, thinking about it, after asking, and I think the characters that we've now got back at the club, I think, is something that I'm hoping you as our fan base, our support base, recognise and then connect to, because we're going to need you massively throughout the whole season. The bits that I just wanted to update on now, and I'm happy as I'm hoping now all of you know, I'll chat to everyone, I can talk to everyone, I'll answer as many questions as I can, but it's important that we get Conor up here, and I know of, so many people have had very similar issues, unfortunately. 824 people on Saturday had an issue getting into the ground. That's 1 in 10, which says there's a problem. Simple as that. Now, obviously, from a ticketing point of view, We've changed ticketing provider, as you know, so we're Ticketmaster. I'm definitely not blaming this on Ticketmaster. There's elements that Ticketmaster and us could have done better. There's elements that they could have done. There's elements that we could have done better ourselves. Now, season ticket holders, you're going to be getting some communication over the next couple of days. If it hasn't gone today, but it's over the next couple of days, clarifying the situation where, because the majority of those 824 were season ticket holders. Mainly, we feel to do with you were getting invalids where you've got a season card and you've got your download from into your Apple Wallet or whatever else, and that was one of the big issues. It's been sorted. We're comfortable and much more happy now with where we're at. This wasn't the only issue, so you'll get a clarification email, season ticket holders, which should make things a lot smoother come this coming Saturday. One thing that I'll continue to try and push as well, though, is anyone, this is particularly non-season ticket holders, anyone that is looking at buying tickets, please please look at the FAQs and the guides that we've put, because if you set up a new account, it causes issues if you've already got one from previous. So that's where there's about 300 people that have done that, which then does mean that there'll be a delay because you have to then contact the club because you've got duplicate details and things like that going on. So please follow the guide where you can, and if you're having trouble, give us a call, give us an email. So we know ticketing's obviously been a big issue. The club store will stay as is on match days as it was, and we're starting to be. So we are having the match day ticket office. So the ticket office will be the ticket office ultimately, and then there'll be the store, which is then retail. So going back to having on a match day at the moment, ticket only area, which we think one you will ask for. Definitely, I've heard it so many times, so many staff, but we've also seen it that it's going to work. So we're looking at what that means for Monday to Friday, but absolutely on a match day at the moment that's going to happen. And then we've got other, there's a whole host of actions that we're working with Ticketmaster at the moment to get through. But thanks for all your feedback. Turnstiles, most of the turnstile issues on the railway were around an override and literally some training for staff. We had a conversation just before we started here on one of those. The time delay, so the delay that's happening on a couple of the turnstiles is, again, it's one of the scanners. It's an issue with the scanner, which has been rectified now, so we shouldn't have that issue. But we're overstaffing it on Saturday to make sure that you've got enough people in and around to try and support people through and everything. But we reckon the better signage, the on-screen message will be better, and hopefully that then sorts the turnstile stuff. I will say those with disabilities or anyone that has any sort of access issue, please do let us know, because there was a couple of instances which we've sorted immediately and got it sorted where people either struggle to get through the turnstile or can't get through the turnstile. Obviously, there's options that we can put in place quickly, but let us know and we can sort that, and the team will do that. The two last things really, the big ones were car park. So the car park was, well, I didn't see it, but from what I've heard again, absolute chaos. Now, the car park provider that we used, I know this is being recorded, so I've got to be slightly careful. They worked off the wrong list, so they worked off last season's list, which meant that they double sold, well, just over double sold the car park, which naturally meant we're going to have twice too many cars on there, which is where the issue is ultimately. That's been sorted. Obviously, those we've seen. So please, if you've got a season pass, you will be absolutely fine. You have got your space. It's all done. It's all sorted. The error's been corrected, and hopefully that one is a much easier one to solve, because having half the amount of cars on the car park solves the car parking issue. So that should be easier. And then the very last one was just on queues in general. So I think you all, and people do, you accept and you expect a queue when you've got a few thousand people somewhere. I think what we've definitely got to make sure that we advertise and then it works better is we've got, particularly in the rail, so the railways where we have the biggest queues for half-time food, the biggest concerns over food and drink. Now, around the ground, only 5% of people are using the click and collect. The click and collect is the most effective way of getting your drinks. I'm seeing some nods, which means people that use it are using it and doing all right. Only 6 supporters on Saturday in the railway used the click and collect. So if we can try and encourage people to use, or try and use that click and collect option more, it would help and should take some pressure off. Obviously, not saying it's going to solve it again, but if we can look at helping and supporting with some of that, it'd be much appreciated. Again, as I said, I'm happy to chat and talk through any of those. I know we're not going to change them all overnight, but hopefully gives you enough of an update. And the final one, just on Joan's question, and then leading into what Mark was saying, we launched, I don't know when it was now, 4 or 5 weeks ago, our first supporter engagement plan. So that is about how we are putting you as the supporters, the voice, and everything around helping us make decisions, getting thoughts, getting not just finding problems, helping us find solutions alongside that, and that's really important to us. It may be tomorrow, but we've just got a few bits just to sort through. So we're now we're in the position where we can launch a supporter advisory board. So the supporter advisory board is going to be, I suppose, the official representative group of everybody across the football club. It will have nominated members of it naturally. So I've been working with Mark, we've worked with the FSA, which has been great, on what this needs to look and feel like, but still be in Port Vale, so we don't want to replicate necessarily what some other clubs are doing, because it doesn't work for us. There will be elected members from Supporters Club and different supporter groups that we feel we want on to make that, to have that voice, to have that decision-making opportunity. But the biggest part of the Sport Advisory Board is getting independent voices on there. So there will be a recruitment process where we're going to be looking for supporters in some of the areas, such as who will be elected on, and they'll be around disability, women and girls, minority groups, family, and under 21 representative and over 55 representative. Looking at the general supporters, that's something that we definitely don't want to forget about as well, is the general supporter, and then the independents alongside the appointed being the group that is helping, I suppose, us in the football club make decisions around supporter matchday experience, history and heritage stuff, how we connect the city better, so how Port Vale can be used for the greater good of the work that's going on across the city and linking everything together. So that'll be out very, very soon. The club, as in definitely not me or the club, we aren't going to elect the independent members. We're going to look at what that interview and selection process looks like, because we truly do want it to be independent, so it's not going to be people that we as a football club are choosing, but obviously we're going to have that influence and that understanding of where we want to take the Supporter Advisory Board. So that's something we're excited about, and hopefully will excite some of you in the room, and hopefully again some of you not in the room, because we do want to make sure that we're getting representation for people that come to Supporters Club group meetings, that just come on a match day, that are season ticket holders, that potentially live outside the area and just come to games 3 or 4 times, hospitality, and we want to look at, as we said, some people in the Hamel, younger fans, whatever it is, we've got to get the right group so we are representing you in the right way. And that's me. So I think, are you introducing Connor or not introducing Connor? Or, so I'm staying around, so please grab me after you've had your Q&A and everything with Connor, and also obviously continue to contact as you do. Cheers, Mark.
Thank you. Well done, well done. I've never known it be so quick, have you? No, on the Sports Advisory Board, we have done a lot of work, and it's going to be really good, and it's going to really take this to the next level. So we're going to do some Q&A. As we do, I'm going to go around with the mic tonight. Please welcome Connor Hall to come up. So I'm going to go around with the mic. We'll go one question from everybody. Well, not everybody, but one question where you put your arm in the air. When you ask your question, let him answer, then we'll go to somebody else. If we don't get enough questions, we will we'll come back to you. Okay. Nice to see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I used to look like that many years ago. Not as tall, but there we go. Right, I'm going to come out with the mic. Where am I going first? Okay, we're going there. Hey, Benny Hill. Ooh, Ernie. There you go.
Hi, Colin.
Hi, mate.
You spoke about coming back to the club because of how comfortable you were here and all that sort of stuff. For everybody in the room, it's our club. Why do you feel that it is your club?
I think probably you guys, the fans. The relationship I had the first time I was here was the best I've had at any club that I've been at. Obviously it helped with the success we had, but I just felt a massive connection with the club from the day I walked through the door, to be honest, and that was partly the recruitment staff and massively Carol and her family. The way they are as owners, you don't see that too much in football. They're here day to day. Other owners you won't see at all. You might see them once the first day you walk through, and then you won't see them again. But you can see how much it means to them that we get success on the pitch. Well, I certainly noticed that from when I was here last, and again now this season, from speaking to them in the summer when they first rang me to see if I'd be interested in coming back, to walking through the door and then being the first people to greet me here.
Brilliant, thank you. Eddie?
Hello, Connor. When you first came here, I often wondered how the logistics of your training worked out, because you were living in Cambridge. I presume you didn't travel every day, knowing that distance, but did you stay some nights here and not others, or how did it work out?
No, I travelled in every day. I would stay up on a Friday night and that was it. But other than that, yeah, I'll do 2.5 hours in the morning, 2.5 hours in the afternoon, and then get back to a madhouse for kids running around the house, and then finally go to bed again. But no, I travelled in every day. It was tough. That was obviously the major reason why I did move closer to home. And I knew this time that if I was ever going to come back, I'd have to move. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Colin, first game back, Salford away, players again up the tunnel, and then you started playing Wonderwall. What was that like?
I didn't actually know that was being played. I didn't hear it until obviously after the game, and I see it all online. But yeah, it was a fitting return, and it was really nice to hear all the fans singing it. And I think it even got played on Saturday as well at the home game, which is really good. But no, it's a great feeling, and it gives you a big buzz for the game. Yeah.
Brilliant. Where are we going next? Oh, crikey. I'm wondering up Walling where I'm going. You? No, why? I won't take them in. You don't have nothing to say? Okay, anybody else? Oh, you go on. There we go.
When we're all singing and everyone's really loud, can you hear us or does it put you off? Because sometimes I think, should we be singing at that time when we're just about an encore or anything like that?
No, it's massive for us. We love it. It gives us that extra boost. You feel the energy from the crowd. When you're doing well in the game, the fans are right behind you. And equally for the other team, obviously when they get a chance or something like that, you kind of hear their fans. But it's really important for us to hear the voices, and it's also down to us to create that atmosphere. Like at the start of a game, starting well, big tackles going in, fighting for each other, and for the fans to see that sort of stuff, we get repaid by the way that you guys communicate to us in the stands.
Brilliant. So I'm up here at the back with Gene Jackson. Hello, Gene.
Hi, Mark. And you never looked like him, so stop telling fibs. Can I ask you, Connor, do you prefer playing in a back three or a back two?
What do you think?
I think whichever one gets you picked, I suppose.
Back three, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind either, but back three it allows me to try and get forward, so
Yeah.
I prefer that, definitely.
Thank you, Dean. I did look like him. Right, where are we going now? Tom. Newly married Tom. Round of applause for Tom, everybody. Listen, before I got married for the second time, I was George Armani. After you get divorced, it's Georgia Tasden. Right, here's your question.
Hey, just talk us through what the dressing room's like now. Who's daft to boxer frogs? Who's training the army? I was going to say everyone wants Rory. What's he like? Is he bouncing off the walls all the time?
He is, yeah. He's what you see is what you get with him. I think the first day he walked through the door, he was in the change room and he was having a conversation with someone. I walked out, and about 10 minutes later I walked back in and he was still talking. But no, just right away he settled in straight away. He's a brilliant character to have in the dressing room. It brings players together, everyone laughs and jokes, and he's certainly at the centre of it. So we've got a really good group, to be fair. You'd say it all the time, but everyone does get on with everyone. The chemistry's there. I think you can see that with some of the videos that have gone up lately from the club. And everyone that has come in and that is already there knows what we're trying to achieve this season. And we're all aligned with that. And I think we've set high standards amongst the group and amongst ourselves to go and try and achieve that.
Thank you. Where are we going next?
Just to add on from the last question, is there anybody now that isn't in the team that was your first time you were here that you miss? I'm thinking maybe was it or something like that.
Yeah, it was nice to see him the other day, to be fair. But it's a good question. The lads that are here already from when I was there last time, I got on really well with. Maybe Hussey rings a bell, but only because I used to drive with him now and then, and he was a good character to have in your dressing room. But yeah, I think the ones that are already here were probably the main ones that I was close to anyway.
Where are we going now? Over here. Come on, knackered. Yeah.
Captain or not a captain? Do you feel any pressure if you've got the armband on?
I think last season I was with a very young squad, so there was quite a lot of pressure to not only go out and play, but also to try and look after and like kind of mentor the younger players, just because there was so many in the team. But like Tuesday night, you can just concentrate on yourself because of the players around you, and that's no disrespect to anybody. We've got a very experienced side, so it makes it a lot easier to become a captain. But no, I don't think I'd never say it affects me. It's just how you go about it on the pitch could be a bit different in terms of the personnel you got out there. No, I wouldn't put extra pressure on myself to be a captain.
See, I'm running like him now.
On the pitch, Connor, since you were last here, one, there's been a lot of work done on it, so what's that like? And two, it's been taken in a bit, still a big pitch, so can you tell it's been taken in or not?
No, unfortunately, no. No, yeah, I didn't know it had been taken in until someone actually said it the other day. But I think it's evident for everyone to see the surface of the pitch is so much better. Even the training pitch is a lot better. They've got sprinklers now built into the main pitch from when I was last here. So that's really, really good. Obviously we like playing on good pitches, and it did sometimes, I wouldn't say affect us, but it was a problem when I was last here. It wasn't great. So it's good that the club have acted and got us a good playing service.
Where are we now? Oh, there we go.
Apart from yourself, who do you think is going to be player of the season?
I always say, I'm not saying, but Garrett's obviously going to be up there. He started well as well. The fans love him, and I think he epitomises everything this club's about, which is why he's the captain. maybe see Chizzy. I like Chizzy since I come through here in the summer. I think he's one that stood out and done really well. And maybe even like Ronan or Rory. Once once Ronan gets off the mark, I think he'll go to extra heights, and obviously Rory's already got off the mark and made an impact.
Well, you're quiet tonight. Alfie, what was that? Are you going to be okay for Saturday?
50-50 at the moment. Yeah, we'll see. We'll leave it there.
Where are we going now? Oh, down here.
Last time you were here, we heard that you only had your win bonuses if you were in the top half or the top 7 or something. I can't remember what it was. So you clearly set a very high target that season. Can you share with us what has been set on the inside this time?
Am I allowed to? Yeah, I think I'll keep that to myself then.
It's all about winning, isn't it?
Yeah, the bonus scheme has definitely made our mentality a winning mentality. No, but in terms of where we want to go and what we want at the end of the season, if we fall short, then we don't expect anything. Simple as that. So yeah.
You're quiet tonight, aren't you? I knew you'd do that when I said that.
Obviously, Dan has brought in quite a few attacking players, which we're all excited to see. Who do you least like playing against when you're training on a Monday to Friday? Who's the one that excites you when you're marking them? Who's the one that gives you the toughest time? Who's the one you think, Jesus Christ, he's quick, or he's got good skills, or what are we going to see from them? We've only seen them once or twice. You see them every day.
Yeah.
What are we going to see from them?
So one that sticks out for me, Jaden Stockley. He's a handful. He's a big lad. He puts himself about, and in training you obviously don't want to get injured, and he's kind of like all or nothing. So you're either going to get out of the way of it or you're going to get hurt. And I think he showed the other night what his qualities are. He's good in the air, obviously scoring 2 goals. Got chalked off, but he's definitely one that you want on your team in training. And then the likes of Rory, he's a goal threat wherever he's on the pitch, and his finishing in training you can see. And like you saw the other night, his free kicks, we were confident that he was going to at least get it on target. He does it every day in training, practices it, and no joke, 9 out of 10 times he sticks it in the back of the net. So I think that's something we can look forward to this season. It's definitely a kind of secret weapon we've got if we do get free kicks on into the box and he's on the pitch.
Following on from that, when Jaden was at Charlton, Smithy got him sent off by pinching him and he threw a punch. Has there been a bit of raving about that, and when them two are against each other in training, the players just stand back, watch and let them go and enjoy it?
No, that hasn't happened yet, but that was the first thing I said to Jaden when he come through the door, because obviously I was here the last time and it happened, and I think he got a 3 or 4 game ban for that. So yeah, I did bring that up to him, and there was a conversation about it, but no, they're friends.
Obviously, last time you were here it was promotion. So would you rather have automatic promotion or another trip to Wembley?
Automatic promotion all day long. I'm not doing that again. We don't need that again. We can get that wrapped up by the end of the season, and then enjoy our summer off. Definitely.
Where are we now? Married Tom. What away game were you most looking forward to?
That's a good question. Probably Crew. Yeah, I'd say Crew. I've not played them since, not for Port Vale, no. think just that's the obvious one. Old clubs, and it's not a big excitement for me to go back and play against them sort of teams. But yeah, I think one that will be exciting for the players will be obviously Crew. I think we've got a team that are really determined and will stick themselves about in that sort of game. And I think a lot of players and experienced players know what it means to the fans to do well against them and be fired up for it. So I think that'll be an enjoyable one for us to go and play.
Brilliant. Some of us in here working Crew, so we can't wait to play down and beat that, can we? Hey. Lane Hospital will be getting some real good stead. Where are we going now? Gene.
Hi Connor, can I ask you, how do professionals feel about fellow professionals cheating to get them sent off? I mean, I'm particularly thinking about, I don't know whether you watched Match of the Day on Saturday, but did you see the Southampton player do an astonishing dive to get the Newcastle centre-half sent off? And he nearly got beaten up in the tunnel by Dan Bird, apparently. But how do professionals feel about that sort of thing happening?
I think it's part and parcel of the game, I think, now. I think players will do anything just to get another player sent off. You can have coming-togethers, and there's a little touch and someone will jump on the floor and act as if they've been punched in the face. I think it's just, and not that I agree with it, I think it's the norm in football now. Gone are the days where you can have a right go at someone and kind of get away with it. I think you're always going to end up with a yellow card now. And obviously if you overstep the mark even a little bit, it's going to be a red card. So no, it's not nice to see, and it does anger you, especially when you watch it back, because it is embarrassing the way people act, but like I said, I think it's just the way football is nowadays.
Very sad.
It is, yeah, it takes it all away. And the same for tackles. You can have some really good tackles and the referee will blow up because it's too much of a strong tackle, and even though you won the ball and stuff like that. So, like I said, I think it's just the way football's going, and yeah, it would be nice to maybe go back 5-10 years and be in that sort of time zone rather than going too far back when it was crazy, but not being what it is now where it's too soft.
Yeah.
Connor, last season we conceded a heck of a lot of late goals, such as 2 here against Fleetwood, people remember, and at Lincoln, very costly. Has the training this season emphasised the need to be fit for 90 minutes? Have you done a lot of running? And what is perhaps a typical day for you these days?
Yeah, we have. Pre-season was probably the toughest pre-season I've had in a long, long time. We got put for our paces a lot. We played a lot of games under fatigue, and that was all part of us building solid foundations for the coming season. The gaffer reiterated to us at the end of pre-season that the last 3 games, I think it was, were tough games, especially the Bolton game, because he wanted to make sure that we was ready and we was up to speed with the first game of the season. A lot of teams took on lower league oppositions to maybe build confidence and get get a win to go into the season with. But we kind of looked past that and looked for the opportunity to test ourselves against probably a team that should really get promoted out of League One. So yeah, we've definitely had a tough ride in pre-season, but it will certainly benefit us during the season. And there's a lot of emphasis on keeping clean sheets this season because of what happened last season, and touch wood, we've started well with that.
Hi, Connor. I was just wondering if you'd bumped into Harry McCurdy since
No, I haven't, is the answer to that, but obviously I was with Ben Gardner shortly after leaving here. So our first conversation was obviously about that game, which was nice. But yeah, not so nice for him, but no, I haven't bumped into him there.
Apparently his penalty's still flying over Tunstall. And it's
Thanks, Connor. So you've come here tonight and you haven't just been asked questions, you listened to what was saying and about what Matt was saying about the history of the club. And there's a lot of history in this room, and everybody knows how, the reason we want the statue for Roger is because, like, years ago, he would hand out thousands of awards to young kids all over Stoke-on-Trent.
And so really my question is, now you've come back, and it's our club, it's your club and our club, you've got a lot of players who don't know about that history, don't know about that heritage. Do you think there's an appetite amongst the new players to get to know some of what it is that makes our own really special? And if so, what can you do to help them understand that we're not just the players on the pitch, not just the club, not just Burslem, but we're Stoke-on-Trent and North Staffordshire?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting actually. Just listening tonight, there's a lot that I didn't know about the club. The administrations that have gone on, the amount you've had. Wasn't aware of that at all. So I think it's really beneficial for us as players to come to these meetings, and we don't really get involved in that side of things too much. Certainly the last time I was here, I never did, and I do think it's really good for us to learn what's gone on, the history of the club, and I think that helps connect with the fans as well. And I know that the gaffer's massive on this season reconnecting with the fans, so yeah, it's definitely there's definitely improvements that can happen on our part to engage a lot more, to find out a lot more about the area, everything, the fans. And I think the club will do that during the season to try and build us all closer together. I think we all want to be one, and we want to all go in a positive direction. And for that to happen, it has to happen with everyone, and not just certain parts of the puzzle.
Very quiet, isn't it? How are we going now? Darren? You okay? Okay. Where are we going? Oh, you're going to ask again? Okay.
This is like from a children's point of view. My daughter plays football. If you go back to a 13-year-old, what qualities do you think you need, if there's any young fans listening or anything, to make it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you've got to have a lot of hard work. You've got to dedicate yourself to the sport. I think there's so many ways now that you can improve. The science behind football has improved so much, even since I was a kid. And I'll always say to younger people, invest in yourself. I started to invest in myself when I was about 20, 21, and that was after I had a lot of injuries. I was out for 18 months, I had 4 operations. Before that, I wouldn't say I looked after myself, but I didn't understand my body, which resulted in me having a lot of operations. And that's why I come into football so late. And I think the reason I did come into football so late is because I invested in myself after the operations. And if I didn't, I would be nowhere near where I am now. So yeah, I would always say, try and find the right people to push you forward. But yeah, massively, I would take away the biggest thing is invest in yourself. Like, if you can, spend the time and money to look after yourself and really learn.
Connor, if you didn't go into football, what else would you have done?
I'd have stayed in the job that I was in for about 5-6 years. So I don't know if anyone knows, I only came into football at 26. Before that, I was playing part-time football, semi-pro football, and I worked in operating theatres, selling plates, screws, ankle replacements. So I'd be in theatre and kind of telling the surgeon what they need to use next to be able to perform an operation. So yeah, I've done that for 5 years, so I would just be carrying on doing that kind of job, I think. But luckily, yeah, my dream came true and I was able to be a footballer, and yeah, that's all I ever wanted. So once I got the opportunity to do that, yeah, I jumped at it.
Have you got any questions for us, James? I don't think we've got any surgeons in there, have we?
What's the biggest difference you've seen from last season to this season in terms of the players that allow you guys to really get behind us?
Without swearing, they're playing a game.
It's an enjoyable game. It really is. It's so enjoyable to watch.
Attitude, enjoyable, winning, strikers. Anything else? Steve, you're very quiet now, Steve. Any other? Go on.
we've got quite a few lads coming through the development system. We put young people into the club. How good are they?
Yeah, there's a lot of potential with the young players. There was, when I was here last time, the lads are now in and amongst the first team, like Jack. I remember him making his debut in the Papa John's with me. Reese was here as well. Not sure what's going on with him at the moment. Planty, obviously Tommy McDermott was here, and yeah, there was a lot of bright lads coming through that are now within the first team, and again there's a lot of bright lads now coming through, and will probably be with the first team by the end of the season, if not in pre-season next year. That's one thing since I've been away that I have seen from the club, that the youth team have become really good, and players have been coming through. There's a lot of young lads that made their debuts last season in League One as well, and it's really good to see. Obviously, it's going to benefit the club in the long term when these lads get moves or come into the first team and play regular football. So yeah, it's really important that the young lads can keep pushing and try and make their way into the first team.
We'll go there, then we'll go there.
So we can all see you great at talking. What's your plan after football?
I haven't really got a plan. Try and play as long as possible, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't mind going into being an agent, something like that. I'm not sure. I might change my mind, but I'm not sure coaching is for me. I don't mind coaching like young kids in my time off and stuff like that, but I think as a full-time job, I think I'd rather stay away from that. But yeah, maybe be an agent or something to do with a football club, but just not the coaching side of things.
I can tell you what the difference is this season. When we concede a free kick now, we're not panicking on the terraces. They're going to score. Because you, Hennigan and Denver are getting ball away all the time. We never look in any danger of conceding from a high ball into the box. Last year, as soon as the ball came in, it was fatal. It was a goal, more or less. Every time we came in, we were turning away. Now we don't. We look solid, and we don't look like getting any goals, daft goals away.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Where are we going now? What's a manager done differently at the start of this season to build that mentality again? So obviously we had a shock at the end of most of last season. What's he done in particular to build you guys up again, to make it positive and change that mindset?
Yeah, that's the thing. He has changed our mindset. He's emphasised the importance of us keeping clean sheets. We kind of said on Saturday, just gone, we keep a clean sheet, we'll win the game, albeit we drew the game, but we know now that we've got a chance that players can stick the ball in the back of the net, and at the minute we're showing that we can keep clean sheets, so we kind of only really need one chance in a game, and we've got a good chance of winning that game. I think since pre-season, the sessions we've done, the drills that they've put on, the coaching staff, all of them have really been massive on us, making sure the back door is kept shut. When we're attacking, making sure that we're not switched off, and like you say, defending our box and being compact inside the box and not letting runners go and just attack everything. But I think, yeah, mainly every day he's been really big on making sure we are solid to beat, and we keep clean sheets. So I think it's the mentality side of things as well.
I've never heard you not swear on the microphone. Do well, I'll stinker of a question for you. Take the team that you got promoted with last time in League 2 here. This team now, they play each other. Who are you backing and why?
This team now. Yeah, I said it earlier. There's no disrespect again to the players I played with. We had a great squad. I just think the strength and depth in this team is ridiculous. I think you could put a second string team out and they would do really well in this league. And I think that would be the determining factor between the team that got promoted last time to this team. Yeah, both teams have got quality players and match winners, but I think just the amount of quality within this team, current team, is what would edge it.
What about the managers?
I think they're both managers are different. They've got their own kind of ways they're set about how they want to play. I didn't really get the chance to work with Darryl Clark too much because obviously what happened, it was more Prosser. But yeah, they're both different. They're both really good managers. Darryl Clark's gone on and got a really big job, and fair play to him. I think he deserved it. But yeah, Darren Moore, since I've come through, has been brilliant, and you can tell why he's managed at the top level. And hopefully he can take us up and improve us again if we do go on.
There we go. Oh God. No, that is so quiet. I mean, look, I can't believe it. Oh damn, there we go.
With you being so close to the action on Saturday, did Tom Sang actually get the ball?
Stop recording.
No, he didn't. But he made it look really good. But yeah, no, he said he didn't get the ball. But yeah, then decisions sometimes go for less, sometimes don't. Thankfully it did.
What did he say when he went in the match video?
Oh, I think it was more Monday when we spoke. Yeah, we spoke Monday. I think I see a video online that they were saying, "Oh, what great tackle! He actually did get the ball." And obviously we spoke on Monday, and he's like, "No chance, did I get the ball?"
Mike, you didn't think so.
Say that again?
Mike, you didn't think so.
Yeah, well, he was right, wasn't he?
I think the FA can't charge you, can they, after Wednesday? They're all right. Last year, that had been a red card, we'd have lost 5-0. Did you watch any games of ours last year?
I went to Stevenage away.
How did we go on there? I can't remember. We drew.
Was it 0-0?
Oh, the Chelsea penalty.
Oh, in the back?
Yeah.
In the back.
Centre half, Chelsea put it off the ball.
Wow.
And I made a mistake.
So, who's the best player you played against and the best player you played with?
Best player I played with, just in terms of where he is now, is Nick Pope, goalkeeper. Come through with him at college actually. He got released from Ipswich as a young kid, and I went to the same college as me, and we played together for a number of years. And then he went through non-league like me, and has managed to get to the top and play for England. But playing against, not really too sure.
Definitely not Ian McCurdy.
No, definitely not him. No, he has to come back to me for that one. I'm not sure.
Where are we going now? Where are we?
I actually quite like it. I don't mind it. Yeah, it's alright, yeah. It's very loud obviously, but I think for my kids it's great because I can get it dirty and it just washes out. Whereas the white kid, game over.
Do you want me to Salford, that is so close to Manchester Airport that things like
that could have been a big possibility that, yeah.
Actually, it was on the telly the other night. It didn't look that bad, but I realised that my contrast broke on my Panasonic. Where are we going now? Any more questions? Come on, Beth, you must have a question. You've had about 5? Wouldn't stop me before. The back? Go, let me come. Come on, I'm getting my steps in. Here we go. No. Kick it again. Here we go.
Right, my son's asked me to ask you. Okay, so everyone else on the pitch has got really shite hair after a while. How come yours stays like perfect?
Yeah, I don't actually know. I must put too much wax in my hair, and the hairspray probably helps as well. So yeah, Yeah, that's all I can say on that.
That's what happened to Mark. Yeah, Mark used to use that job.
It's called get up and go. My hair's still the same as when I started, look. Where are we going next? Oh, down here.
When it's like, for example, Garrity in the dressing room, everybody was like really happy that he was captain. What does he like say to like inspire you in a game?
I think captains can be different. I think he is vocal, obviously, but I think the way he performed on the pitch is one of the main reasons why he's the captain. I think he sets us off. He'll do things in the game that will get us going. And yeah, he's a leader in terms of his actions more than probably communicating.
No. Any more? We'll take 2 more questions and then we'll wrap it up and then where are we going? Last but one question. Penultimate question. See, when Andy was my teacher, he taught me to speak words. Right, here we go, coming on. Pardon?
What did you reckon to the Euros, Connor? And do you think you could have knocked Harry Kane out of the game as well?
Yeah, we weren't great, but at the end of the day, we still got to a final. And I think you have to be careful what you wish for. His style of play wasn't attractive, but he got us to the semi-finals and the finals more often than not. But yeah, I think you could always say that we were never really in the game in that final. And in terms of Harry Kane, there was a lot of talk that he was injured or carrying something, and you wouldn't be surprised if they come out and said that yeah, he was carrying something. It's clearly not like him. You don't become the goal scorer you are and put in them sort of performances in the tournament, so something must have been up with him. But yeah, he wasn't at his best, yeah, definitely.
Last question of the night. Who's going to ask it? Go on.
Who's the loudest on the team, boss?
Ronan. Yeah, Ronan and Rory both. They're just yeah. They're like the young offenders. If you ever watch that, obviously, that's exactly what they remind me of, both of them. They're just they're constant. They don't stop. If you have to get in pairs to do something, them two are together. They don't leave each other's side. But they're a comedy act. They're brilliant. Yeah.
How many times he told you about his free kick about it?
I think, to be fair, actually, no, I think it's just a norm for him. He's that good at them, honestly. It's not like a one-off and he's surprised himself. That's what he does.
Last season, that ended up in Rochdale, wasn't it? Good, wasn't it?
We wouldn't have got that far up the pitch last season.
Yeah. Free kick would have been on our left half. End up in Rochdale. And then our director of football said he'd been searching for him for 25 years, but there we go. Sorry. Have you enjoyed tonight?
I have, yeah. No, it's been brilliant. It's always great to interact with the fans and speak to you all. It's good. It's been beneficial, yeah. So thank you for having me here.
No problem. Hang on. We've just put the referees just put another minute on. Go on.
One last question. Tell me you're not driving back to Cambridge tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm in the hotel tonight. And I've already had a sleep as well before I come in.
Well, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Matt, for sorting this out. Also, well done to Dan, who's on his operation. He's back with us. Sitting there, really proud of himself. Well done, Dan. Well done. I was saying, oh, sorry, he's sitting up straight now. It worked. Are you feeling okay? Nice to be back. Good. Well done. New calls on 6 hours breakfast with Dan. Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock dinner. Chip shop. I want to be chips for 10 past. No, thanks for coming. All those going Barrow, who's going Barrow on Saturday? Who's not?
The other ones.
Yeah. Right then, quick, just a quick bit of a vote. Who likes the home shirt? Who likes the away shirt?
It's got a Vale badge on it.
It's got a Vale badge on it. Don't forget, we're 150 yet next year. Some people say it's 1879, but it's next year, isn't it? Next season. No, because next year's kit will be 150th.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25, 26. Yeah, sorry.
I reckon we'll have a special kit for our 150th anniversary. What do you reckon, Matt? I reckon so. Pardon? Yeah, we're not going to wear the first one. That was red and white, wasn't it? Hey, Christ almighty. Imagine that. Hey? No, oh, crikey. I wouldn't want to go praise and grumble with that one, would you? But no, thanks for coming. Really do appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday. We hope you play. And thanks for everything that everyone's done through the summer. We're back for our next meeting. I think it's in 2 months. We're not going to do it on the last Thursday in October because that's Halloween. So we're going to do it the Thursday, the 25th, which will coincide with our week of celebrations for the statue. That will go up on the 21st of October, that's correct. John's 80th birthday. We might try and get John here for that with a couple of special guests for the night. Let's hope Vale you'll get your bonus. We need a top. Let's hope that the tickets are sorted for the next home game, which I know Matt will sort them out. Yeah? And enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a safe trip to Barrow. And as I said earlier, to any Stoke fans who are watching or on our Facebook page, winning away is not for everyone. We'll see you in 2 months, but we're about if you need us. And don't forget to look at the website. It's on September the 7th. You can join and pay a membership fee. You can take your scooch on before we finish. Right, see you all soon. Take care. Good night.